Hi, juniors. I'm here today to talk to you about CAS, and I'm going to go over what the purpose of CAS is in the IB program, what your requirements are here at the IA, and then I'm going to explain how it actually benefits you by doing the CAS process. So you've probably seen this wheel before of IB awesomeness that explains what the DP program is. And as I go through it at parent night, I always explain that around the edge there are the different subject areas that you take. But what sets the IB program apart from different traditional high school programs that include AP courses is that the IB looks at your education as more of a holistic view. So inside that wheel, you'll see what we call the DP core, and that contains your TOK class, your extended essay, and then CAS. And so the IB's purpose of CAS included in the DP core is to try to help you become a more well-rounded person. So what they did not want is students exiting the IB program who were super smart in all of those subject areas, but didn't know who they were as individuals or how they could help their society, or even how they could find their place in this world with all that newfound knowledge. So what they wanted you to do was discover who you are as a person and figure out how you can develop leadership skills and that caring personality and grow into someone that the IB program and us here at the IA can be really proud of. Some things I like about CAS are that it helps promote stress reduction because it helps you figure out what activities you actually enjoy as a person. And then you learn to do those things when you become stressed or overwhelmed, and you can look for them to find joy in your life as a high school student, a college-bound student, and then an adult later on. And then it also really makes you stand out to universities and future employers because people don't want to admit someone to university who is just book smart. They want people who have life skills and who are interesting in other hobbies and ways outside of school. They want those type of people on their campus to promote leadership and have new clubs around campus and really make it a fun place to be. So those are the types of things that CAS will help you with. So what do you actually have to do? Basically, you're going to do a lot of the things that you've already been doing, but you might stretch those a little bit. And then after you have some sort of experience, and I'll go through what those mean in a moment, you're going to complete a reflection and manage back. We want you to complete those over a stretch of 18 months. So it starts now at the beginning of your junior year, and then you need to be completely finished by March of your senior year. Those experiences need to be balanced between the three strands of creativity, action, and service, but they don't need to be an exact balance. So no one's going to be in tallying up to make sure that it's exact, but we don't want you to have only one action and a lot heavier on the creativity or service side. So what types of things are acceptable? And what do I mean when I say that you're probably already doing these things? So creativity can be anything where you are the creative medium. So you cannot attend a concert or listen to a CD, but if you yourself are participating in visual and performing arts, digital design, if you're writing a story or a poem, even composing a film, or culinary arts like cooking, all those things can be counted as creativity. So let's say you watched a YouTube tutorial about how to do some awesome artistic makeup techniques. You could write a CAS reflection about that as a creative experience. The same with if you wanted to dabble into photography and try to take some of your friends' senior photos or just really cool pictures of your pet. Or if you wanted to do some sort of knitting or other Pinterest craft project, all of those things count in the creative strand. For activity, this could be an organized team sport. So like if you already play on your school's football team or you run cross country, if you wrote a reflection about that experience, that checks one off for your activity strand. If you're not involved in anything like that, anything that supports a healthy lifestyle or physical exertion counts as activity. So you could go for a walk, you could play just dance, you could even go to the trampoline park with your friends, or you could do more traditional sport-like activities that are either on a team or individually by yourself. That could even be doing a YouTube yoga class or going for a run. Then we have service. So people always think of service as volunteering at a soup kitchen or maybe a homeless shelter, but it doesn't need to be that organized. And in fact, sometimes the most rewarding service can be small projects that you do in your own community. So in your neighborhood, if you have a park nearby, it might be like my neighborhood where I often find trash there, sometimes empty cans and bottles. So when you're on your walk or visiting your park, you could bring a garbage bag with you and pick up trash in your neighborhood park. You could volunteer to walk your neighbor's dog or even babysit for free for a neighbor if they're in need of that. Eventually, it's going to start with our leaves falling and snow shoveling, and our elderly neighbors have a hard time taking care of those tasks. So you could stop by and offer to help maintain their home during these more troublesome months to help them get through and provide a little service for people who are close by to you. So all of those things count, and they're a little bit of the less traditional thoughts that people usually have about what CAS entails. So once you've had those experiences, what you're going to do is you're going to log into ManageBack, and you'll see at the top that there is a tab for CAS. And you're going to click on the little blue button on the right-hand side that says Add CAS Experience. Once you do that, you'll be taken to this screen, and you're going to name your CAS experience. So whatever you did, like maybe walking neighbor's dog. And then I'm going to decide if that was ongoing, community-based, school-based, or individual. So I would say that's individual. I'll decide if it fits the creativity, activity, or service strands and how many hours I met. And then I'm going to write a reflection about it. So it's supposed to be 3 to 5 sentences about what my experience was, what I learned about myself through the process, how this experience rewarded me as an individual. And then I'm going to put down any sort of supervisor that I may have or who may have seen it. And I'm going to add the CAS experience with that blue button. Once I've added a few reflections, you will see that there is a log right here that shows all of the experiences this person had. And then in that bottom right, you will see how many have been approved or completed. So a CAS coordinator will eventually be going through and making sure that your CAS experiences and reflections are following the directions and that they are balanced through those 3 strands and meeting our minimum requirement for the end of the year. So you'll have more communication coming with you about that soon. So as I said, this is ongoing between September of your junior year, which is right now, and March of your senior year. You're going to post reflections in ManageBack that are only about 3 to 5 sentences reflecting on the experience and what you learned about yourself through the process. And we're expecting that you have about 1 experience with the corresponding reflection per month. So as long as you keep up with that, this is a pretty easy way to check off your CAS experience requirements. And it shouldn't become overwhelming or stressful for you. Instead, you're really just reflecting on things that you're already doing. And maybe it's encouraging you and your friends to reach out of your comfort zone and try some new things together. Later in your senior year, we will talk to you about a CAS project, which is something that you'll do as a more ongoing project related to one of those strands. But we'll have more information to come on that later as it becomes more pertinent to your studies. So as a final reminder, a great way to think about CAS is just that the IB wants you to become a well-rounded person. So they know that universities and then subsequently employers are really looking for people that can do more than just learn things and take tests really well. So they want to see that these people are involved in their communities, that they are leaders, that they know what interests them as far as things that are active and creative, and that they maintain a healthy, balanced lifestyle.